Well, hi, welcome everyone. My name is Gouda. I'm here for Receptacle Magazine at receptaclemag.com, and I am joined by the lovely members of Paulie Pesh and The Vitals. Thank you for joining us. I think I'll let, I do remember all your names, but I want to let you guys introduce yourselves, what your name is, what you do in the band, maybe. That might be a good way to start.
I'm Paulie Pesh. I play and sing in the band.
Cool.
I'm Crystal Pesh, and I'm a singer.
And I'm Marisa Pesh Gapia, and I play clarinet.
And I'm Jason Chavez, and I play bass.
I know as I've been like looking into you guys, I'm sure you guys have heard all these comparisons too, hearing names like Sufjan Stevens thrown around and you know, Arcade Fire, Mumford & Sons. But rather than me throw those comparisons out there, how would you guys describe your overall sound, or who would you compare yourself to musically?
Well, we get, just because I guess maybe lyrically and the way that I sound, it gets Paul Simon at times, and then a big influence just sort of in my world, it would be Randy Newman. That whole big, like, I like how he plays with string sections, and
yeah,
he always adds a lot of stuff to his band, so I dig that. But yeah, what else? What do you guys hear?
Well, Rufus Wainwright, right? When he did that Want One.
Oh,
Those bands you said earlier, they do apply in some ways. That you know, more than like a rhythm section and a singer, you know, we have like that fuller sound. You know, able to add some horns, strings. We've had an oboe before, which has been really does a treat, and I hope for that again someday.
made me cry.
The oboe brought tears.
It was a weird instrument, one of the most beautiful.
I've never played with him as a bass player. I hardly get a chance to play with anything like an oboe, so it was a unique experience.
Listening to you guys, it's just amazing to hear the arrangements that you guys come up with. You know, so many instruments incorporated, like very orchestral sound. And what I think is cool is I could hear each of those songs just with an acoustic guitar and as a singer-songwriter too. I think that's a very fine line that you guys walk really well. You guys are able to pull that off. But I kind of wanted to talk about the songwriting process, because I think earlier you were mentioning there were something like 14 members in your band at the peak. What is the songwriting process for you guys, and is having that many members, does that make it more difficult, or does that make it easier? How does it all come together, I guess, is the question.
Well, the musical
He does
genius.
it.
I mean, you hit it on the nose when you said about how the songs would translate so well with just an acoustic guitar, because I think it's how it all starts. You know, it's Paulie and his guitar, and then he kind of feeds it to the rest of us.
Okay.
And I also, I mean, with that being said, everyone that plays in the band brings their own approach. I mean, it's growing. The band's always molding and adjusting, and there are core players and people that have committed their lives. I feel maybe that's I really are. It's like, it's such a beautiful thing where it feels like a band. To me, it is. That's why I say the Vitals, because it's you know, even family-esque. You know, my sister's in the band, my wife's in the band, my good friends in the band. I've known my whole life. Well, Crystal, you know, came into my life, but it's my family. So it's really nice to have that. And you know, like the guitar player is my best man at our wedding. So we're very big on, if you want to play in the band, come and play. You know, that's kind of how we work. And so it's nice to get that, because everyone brings their own little something to it.
Well, let's talk about your releases. I don't know. I know you've released a few EPs to this point, correct? Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was what is it, Opportunities EP, Shining Stars, and Postmortem is your most recent one.
Yeah.
And that was earlier this spring. Yeah,
and Shining Stars was the spawn of this project. So I think from where the way that this project's been working out, it started with Shining Stars, and the Postmortem continued that, and then now we're already. We're going to be coming together pretty soon to make a new 9 set of songs. Okay. So that's already in the works, where we're going to work with Chris Schlarb, who's on Asthmatic Kitty. He's awesome.
One of my favorite things about when I came across Postmortem is as I pictured these like death metal kids Googling Postmortem and coming across you guys and getting something entirely different than what they were probably looking for. Yeah. But probably being pleasantly surprised, I would think. Maybe.
Hopefully, yeah.
The other
irony to it.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. I love the cover. You guys are on it, and just, you know, Postmortem state. Yes.
Doing research for that was really weird.
How was that?
Like, as you're Googling like pictures of dead people, and you're like, oh, that's creepy.
So you experienced what these teenage death metal kids came across when they were looking for you
every day.
I liked I liked that on the track listing I looked on your Bandcamp page for Postmortem is you had each contributing member and what they played. And I know you guys had already had me. I was already a fan of yours, but you guys, my fate was sealed when I saw that they were kazoos that were worked into a few songs. I thought that was very cool. I think it kind of, in all honesty, I was a little bit discouraged because that was the way I was going to try to infiltrate into your band, as I was going to see if you guys needed a kazoo player.
Come on over.
Well, you guys got that. Maybe I'll work on my triangle or something. Yeah. I had to say that song "Shining Stars" just is like, it's a great song. You guys all did a wonderful job on that. I mean, everything's wonderful. That's certainly a standout one to me. So
Yeah.
Bravo.
That's our first official song placement.
Is it? Yeah. On the.
We got it on a movie. Yeah.
Oh really?
Uh-huh.
Where can we hear "Shining Stars" in what movie?
It's in an independent film called Conception.
Okay.
It's a really good film, but it got
Don't
a hard
bring your
R,
children.
so don't take your kids.
A hard R.
Ignore this.
Yeah, that's it. The hard R. That's the way they told us. You're
Hard
like,
R.
"Ooh."
That just sounds rough. Yeah. All right, well, I'll
But
take
it's a good film, other than like the moments where you're like, okay.
Yeah,
the hard R people.
and
The hard R.
that's when "Shining Stars" comes on those
Yeah.
scenes, right?
Appropriate.
Yeah.
Of course. No, that's great. Congratulations. That's really exciting for you guys.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What's on the sort of immediate future for Paulie Pesh and the Vitals?
Well, the that album that we're working with Chris Schlarb, that's probably not going to come out until the end of this year, the beginning of next year, just because like we just put out Postmortem.
Okay. Let that
as-
breathe a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
As for tour, possibly at the end of the summer. We're still deciding that, but we're really just going to be focusing on the album in July. In June, we're playing the House of Blues in Anaheim.
Hey,
On the
cool.
18th.
June
So
18th.
that's our next big show, and then the album, and then we'll see what happens there. We're really focusing on that.
Yeah, we've been playing so much these last 2 to 3 months.
It's
I
been like
think
30 shows
with
in 3
like
months.
everybody, and so we've crammed like everybody into these small little clubs that we've been playing. So it's been fun. So June 18th is our last show for a while. So we're like really excited because it's like we're gonna have a lot of space. We're gonna actually have room.
Yeah.
I think, and I'm still gonna try to see if I could crowd that stage. I'm gonna see.
And that's gonna be the big blowout when you get.
I have a kazoo player. Who knows?
Yeah, that's right. I have an electric kazoo too.
There you go.
So I'm just, I'm not trying to push too hard, but it's on the table.
It's out there.
What's the best way that the people can find you if they're wanting to know more about you guys? If they're wanting to find your tour dates, where should they look?
It's real. All you gotta do is Google Paulie Pesh, and we'll pop up. It's not like it's a strange name. You're not gonna find anything else.
Yeah. You'd be surprised how difficult people have with Googling. It seems as simple as just pulling it in.
You're
and
right
doing it.
though. So PauliePesh.com
Yeah.
is a good start because then we have the links
It's
to
links
everything.
to everything.
And branches off to
Yeah,
everywhere
so
else.
PauliePesh.com, and Paul with an IE, PAULIE, Pesh, PESH.
.com.
C-O-M.
C-O-M is how you spell that.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, guys. Look him up on the Google, on the Facebook, on the MySpace, Paulie Pesh. I'm here for Receptacle, receptaclemag.com. Guys, you guys are amazing human beings. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having us.
This room is filled with ancient elaborate artifacts, things that were probably hard to track down, but are here to be seen.